What is up, guys? It's Mr. Parsons here coming at you with another book talk. Today, we're going to be talking about this book right here, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline. This is a science fiction fantasy novel that was originally released in 2011. It was a massive bestseller when it came out. It also has spawned a movie that was released in 2019, directed by Steven Spielberg, that was massively popular as well. So, what is it about this book that gets everybody so interested? Well, let's talk about the story. The story focuses on this teenage boy right here. His name is Wade Watts. And Wade lives in the future in the United States in the year 2045. Imagine all the problems that we face as a nation right now. Things like global warming, things like rising income inequality, things like overpopulation. These problems are much, much bigger in this dystopian version of the reality that Wade lives in. And Wade lives in Columbus, Ohio, and he belongs to the very poor class of people that are kind of on the fringes of society at this time. He lives in a place called the Stacks, which is like this vertical kind of living space right on the edge of town. And he spends his days in a massive online video game called the Oasis. Now, this video game is the most popular game in the world. Everyone plays it at this time, and it is a massive online multiplayer game that's also a virtual reality game. So they wear headsets, they have haptic gloves on, so they can feel what they're touching in the game, and so on and so forth. Now, this game has lots of different worlds. It has all kinds of things you can see and do in it. It's essentially like you know uh, the best place on earth. But for people like Wade, they can only afford a little bit of the game because they don't have the XP or the money necessary to purchase the in-game things that other people can enjoy. So the story starts at the kind of beginning of a massive worldwide competition. Okay, so the creator of the game is one of the richest men on earth, one of the most powerful people on earth, and at the beginning of the novel, he passes away and leaves the keys to Oasis, or the kind of the ownership of the this game that everyone plays, to the winner of this competition that he's created. There are three gates, and the first player on Earth to unlock the three gates and complete the challenge essentially gets to own the game of Oasis, which everybody is competing for. In addition to all the people, there's a corporation. Imagine an evil Microsoft as well, who's trying to get control of Oasis so that they can, obviously make tons and tons of money off of it. So lots and lots of different storylines going on here. There's also a romantic storyline. I won't get into that too much, but another interesting aspect of this book, if you like relationships, that's in there too. So I'm going to read a quick section for you here. This is Wade describing the world that he lives in now, and it sounds like a pretty bleak place, and you can understand why people want to escape to the oasis. Our global civilization came at a huge cost. We needed a whole bunch of energy to build it. And we got that energy by burning fossil fuels, which came from dead plants and animals buried deep in the ground. We used up most of this fuel before you got here, and now it's pretty much all gone. This means that we no longer have enough energy to keep our civilization running like it was before. So we've had to cut back, big time. We call this the global energy crisis, and it's been going on for a while now. Also, it turns out that burning all of those fossil fuels has some nasty side effects, like raising the temperature of our planet and screwing up the environment. So now the polar ice caps are melting, sea levels are rising, and the weather is all messed up. And we're still fighting wars with each other, mostly over the few resources we have left. That's what it sounds like. Once again, extremely compelling read. Check it out, Ready Player One by Ernest Cline.